What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and we're back once again here to talk about Pittsburgh Steelers. Sorry I didn't get to you last night, or last Thursday after the Steelers game. I was a little distraught, but it was a little crazy week going on. Thanksgiving weekend this week, a little much. But I got to get you my fans, and I got to give you my content, and got to give you the love, and I appreciate all the love and support. But let's get a quick recap of the Steelers game this past Thursday, and we'll talk about the future and what's going on right now. Steelers travel to Cleveland, take on the Cleveland Browns in a division game. This rivalry is nasty. We know how it gets. Mike Tomlin coming to this game was 0-5 on Thursday Night Football on the road against the division opponents, and that record improves to goes to 0-6 as the Steelers lose 19-24 on the road to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland deferred. We got the ball first. Chris Boswell sets up a field goal. He misses a chip shot. Hey, it was his second miss of the year. I'm not mad about it at all. Like I said, sloppy start to the game. We get a couple stops, back-to-back stops. The fourth down call with Justin Fields, unorganized, just sloppy. Then we had a bomb early in that first half to Calvin Austin, 46 yards. It amounts to nothing. It amounts to a field goal. So it ended up being 3-0. We starting to get some momentum. But Jameis Winston, as we all know, is a Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. Probably for foreseeable future for the rest of the season, as Deshaun Watson was hurt, but he wasn't playing as well. So Steelers were just sloppy in the game, fumbling the football. Not doing what they needed to do, executing in this first half. Eventually, the Browns break through. After they convert a fourth and one, they drive down. Nick Chubb scores 7-3. Then they still get the ball back right before the half. A few minutes before the half, Russell Wilson fumbles it by Myles Garrett, who had himself a field day. Leads to a Browns field goal. 10-3. Steelers get the ball back. Try to drive down. They get any type of drive, and then once again, Myles Garrett was a havoc in this game. Sacks Russell Wilson. Steelers get no points going into that into the half. So it's 10-3 at the half. Very quiet third quarter. Nothing really going on in that territory. Besides starting the third quarter, Steelers did get a fumble. Did get a fumble forced by Deshaun Elliott on Cedric Tillman leads to a field goal. And then it starts. This is where it gets crazy. It starts snowing in the third quarter. You see the snow start accumulating. The first snow game of the season. There's another conversion where the Steelers go for it with Jaylen Warren cannot get it. So it was terrible throughout the night. The Steelers had one turnover. They forced 3 turnovers, but they just could not execute and do what they needed to do in order to make this game count. And they made some huge mistakes in this game. More importantly, they could just not convert. They went 1 for 3 on fourth down. Mike Tomlin was ultra aggressive. But the big difference in this game, Cleveland was 4 for 4 on fourth down. Yes, 4 for 4 on fourth down. So that goes to tell you that you got to execute in these moments. And sometimes I don't mind Mike Tomlin going for it, but I just did not like some of the play calls he decided to run in this game. So with that being said, it gets real crazy in this fourth quarter. Jameis Winston leads a touchdown drive. And his touchdown he converted was a running play. He gets smoked in the end zone. And mind you, this was on fourth down. So that's another thing. Cleveland ends up scoring, gets a two-point conversion to David Njoku. Makes it 16-18. We got 12-16 left in the fourth quarter. Steelers are able to drive back down the field. Jaylen Warren touchdown, meticulous. End up getting a stop. They punt, and Calvin Austin 23-yard touchdown. There was a dot from Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson made some important throws in this game. So 19-18 at that point with 6:15 left, and here's where the game gets really, really, really crazy. Jameis Winston, we know he's good for interception. They're driving down the field down the ball in the snow conditions. And what do you know? Dante Jackson picks off Jameis Winston, and I think the Steelers are good. They're sitting pretty right now. And then it leads to them having to punt the ball again. But what happened with this punt is shanked completely. It is bad, and Cleveland gets great field position. Ultimately, what happens, and this is the most controversial play of the game, Jameis Winston clearly throws the ball into the ground. and they call it illegal touching because it hits his lineman. There was no receivers inside. I don't know how that was not illegal touching. Eventually, Cleveland, the Steelers let them go 4 down. They converted again to Jerry Jeudy. And Calvin Austin, Nick Chubb ends up running it in his own, 57 seconds left, and then the Steelers tried to run some plays, but they just ran out of time, and there you go. They lost 24-19 and we talked about this all week. Do not let this be a trap game, and this is what happened. A trap game, and it's like I said, it's a divisional road game. We've been struggling with Cleveland all for the last few years. 3 for 4 in the red zone for 3 touchdowns for Cleveland. What else more can I say? Cleveland ran 12 less plays. They only had 304 total yards. Just those things I talked about. We held them to 1 for 10 on 3rd down. Yes, 1 for 10. But when it mattered most, Cleveland went 4 for 4 in crucial situations in this game. And this is a game the Steelers need to learn from and be better on that. But with that being said, it happens. It's still sitting pretty good at 8-3, 4-2 going into this week as they travel again, another division game, and they host the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, the Cincinnati Bengals, who are coming off a bye week. So we're coming off a mini bye, 10 days, which I think this is going to be a good game. The Steelers always play well with some extra rest because they're a physical football team, and they have to notice crunch time is now. Crunch time is now. As we know, the Baltimore Ravens are right on our tail. I know we beat them head-to-head, but they just got a huge victory last night, dominant fashion against the Los Angeles Chargers, who we also beat as well. But got a game against the Cincinnati team. I know they've struggled defensively, but their offense is elite. And for the Steelers to win this game, there has to be some adjustments schematically, especially offensively. I love getting Justin Fields in the game. It's got to be better, got to be more efficient, got to get the ball down the middle of the field to Darnell Washington and Pat Freiermuth like they did in that Baltimore game. George Pickens going to do what he's going to do. Najee and Jalen are going to do. Got to block better. Also believe on defense, you need to do a better job at moving TJ Watt around. Get some stunts, moving from side to side here. Let's figure it out. Alex Highsmith's supposed to be back, so that's a good thing. Corey Trice, the other corner, one of the other corners, supposed to be back. We'll see. Get healthy. This is a must win for the Steelers if they want to contend for this AFC North title, and I think they can do it. But like I said, Arthur Smith has to be better at the game plan. They have to just be better, and I think they have the Bengals have their full attention as they should. But like I said, they're sitting at 8-3. So I'm upset, but this is, like I said, this is crunch time. So this is a division game. And you're sitting good. You're sitting in a great position. Joe Burrow has been on fire though. So Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase have been on fire. Joey Porter Jr. has to play better. I believe he didn't have his best game. Everybody has to come ready to play against Cincinnati because we know this is a division game. And it doesn't get better. We'll get our shot at the Browns again after the Bengals game, but we need to focus on Cincinnati. So I think they have the keys to do it. And let's see. Baltimore has another tough game as well. They got to play the Philadelphia Eagles, who are on fire right now. Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry are arguably MVP candidates in the top 3 in my opinion. But let's take care of business. Russ is going to be better, but he played a lot better. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm excited. So hey, like I said, it was a tough loss, but got to bounce back. It's a long season. Still got 8 wins thus far. Let's continue to get better. Hey, Steeler Nation, it's your boy Adrian. Appreciate all the love and support. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.